4.63 for Ahmed.
I would have expected a lot faster time. I'd be surprised if he tried to put on some weight here to get a little bit thicker.
What's up? What's up? Good to see y'all too. Good to be here with you.
Hey, Rich, you didn't say big trust, though. And you were right, Rich. It's Friday Night Lights. The guys around here, we're going to see some speed, some burners. I didn't really like the way DJ kind of explained the group. They should all be in the top 10.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you win championships. We know that. DJ, Cam Akers, first of all, I mean, I felt like once Jimbo left, it kind of didn't go so well for him. But he come out of high school, like you said, he was one of the top running back prospects out.
I've been watching him for a few years, man. He's special back there for Florida State.
Yeah, he is.
Levante Bellamy from Western Michigan. Ooh, he
got out the gate.
Yes.
Nice run. And Bellamy's a little undersized, but he's a real patient runner. He's got those stop-start quickness. More of kind of a pull-through tackle guy than he's going to drop his shoulder and try and run through you. 7 fumbles this year. I know when you were coming out, that was one of the only knocks anybody had against you was the fumbles. How do you clean that up?
Well, first of all, I don't remember that, but I appreciate you bringing it up on live television. You know, it just comes down to just.
Hey,
Well, here's
running
Raymond.
through somebody's face, huh?
Here's Raymond Calais, Raging Cajun.
Pure speed here.
Yeah, he can fly.
4.42.
Yeah, he's somebody, they don't give him a lot of touches,
Slow.
but you see it. I wrote down Jeff Wilson. If you've seen Jeff Wilson. And
Means he gets to play on 3rd down.
He got out there.
4.64.
And that's not his game is about vision and balance and power between the tackles, and then again you get in passing situations.
Here, just so you know that there are no times posted here as we watch A.J. Dillon. I'm wondering if he's just thinking normally something happens, I'll look up at the Jumbotron.
See if he's going to see himself up
No, they do not post times in here. Kids don't know.
there. That's 247 pounds for A.J. Dillon. He's a
LSU
stud.
dudes
He
do.
is a stud, man.
Rico Dowdle. 4.56. Now here's Hilaire. What do you think of it, Mark? I give you the floor here on this young man.
With vision and unbelievable contact balance. I mean, you just see him, especially that Alabama game that Mark's talking about, run through people.
And now he's running through this dime here. 4.61. Man with 16 rushing touchdowns and 1,414 yards. And Joe Brady, who was on the staff, as we all know, at LSU.
Before Facebook and Instagram, all that was MySpace.
Hey,
and the
this is
people.
There we go. App
And Black
State.
Planet.
Yes.
What do you got?
Darrington Evans, 4.42.
Gas.
That's App State speed. I have to check, but I don't believe Tennessee's had anybody run that fast.
Well, you got to have a fast time if you're hasty, right? 4.58 for Jermichael Hasty right there out of Baylor. Okay, Brian Harrion.
This guy here will run through your face. Period.
4.62. Tony Jones Jr. from
Period.
local Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Golden Domer in this dome.
It's another one's pretty good in pass protection.
4.7 flat. Okay, you want to take this one, Joshua Kelly? Maurice.
Oh, first of all, go ahead and get it, young man. Joshua Kelly his story is amazing. Look at that. That's a great time.
That's a
4.50.
4.5 flat. That deserves an 8 clap, right?
Yeah, does it?
Okay.
I mean, again, Rich, you know, what else do you want from us Bruins? We just come and show up.
Javon Leake, Maryland. 4.65. You don't want me to answer that question, do you, Maurice?
Yeah.
What do we want from the Bruins?
Yeah. I mean,
Benny LeMay. I could. By the way, I had so many answers, and I'm just.
Okay. Can you
I'm just in a really good mood. We're raising a lot of money for St. Jude.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
And I'm going to
Benny
donate.
LeMay.
I'm going to
Space right
donate
now.
because you kept it to yourself. No
Tell
problem.
them what you asking for the Bruins. I want to know. I want to know what you need from the Bruins. Tell them.
Wins.
That's why I said, now, look, I'm still
Anthony
going to donate, though.
McFarland Jr.
Oh, hey now.
'There you go.
4.45.
Ball
moving.
45.
It's a fast turtle. This is Zach
Oh,
Moss,
my
and
God.
yes, he is a cousin of Santana and Sonoris.
And this dude runs angry.
4.72.
We love them angry runners. He in full pads. I'm standing further away from the camera. It was just a full-blown setup, man. So anybody who keeps sending that to my timeline, come see me, man. I'm about that.
4.69 for Olana Lua. 4.65. Again, in case you're wondering, you know, quarterbacks get split up, wideouts get split up.
This is an interesting player. MJD, have you seen James Robinson from Illinois State?
I have, all the time. It doesn't matter if they're down by 60. They're going to keep running the ball. And I love watching the tape.
Mark, you ever have 41 carries in a game at Bama? The players from the early 2000s.
Well, I was going to say this early on, but I guess it's old now. But I was going to say, you can't have a good night without no R&B. You know what I mean? You got it. He got it.
You.
Okay.
I got you.
All right. I actually coached against this young man when he's at Corona
He's a
Centennial.
stud.
Unbelievable.
So he's kind of like my little crush here. He's 5.052, so he's just over 5'5".
That is correct.
You go to Wisconsin if you want to run that tater.
Run that tater. Tote that pill.
He's a home run hitter on tape.
Just a good human. 4.41 for Jonathan
What?
Taylor. Come on, man.
226.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, let me just tell you real quick. He had 2,003 yards last season on 320 carries. The night's just beginning for running backs. Patrick Taylor Jr. of Memphis.
Memphis is a sneaky running back factory.
Oh, yeah.
And he can go too.
4.57.
When you watch his tape at 200, I want to say he was 227. A big slot receiver that you're starting to see in the NFL now.
Here's the last 40 of the first run through. Keyshawn Vaughn, a 4.52 of Vanderbilt. So we're going to take a break. Here's what you missed. We went right back to the top of the order. Ahmed of Washington. Does he better his time? He does not.
That is really surprising to me.
Cam Akers, run number 2 for RB2. Does he better his time? He does not.
He's good to go with the one he got the first time.
Alrighty. Darius Anderson of TCU. Does he better his first time? He does.
Nice.
All right. Almost a tenth of a second.
He's an elusive runner too. You talk about being able to make people miss. He can do that.
You know, Benjamin. Does he better his first time? He does not.
You know, Benjamin with a 3.5 GPA.
Raging Cajun with a 4.42, one of the fastest until Jonathan Taylor knocked him off the perch. And there's 4.43.
Yeah, they split him out wide at some wide receiver. I think some teams will really work him out as a wide receiver.
Drew Pearson.
Drew Pearson, thank you.
You're welcome.
I was fishing.
4.58. The way that he egged on the Philly fans
That was an
year
all-timer.
truly an all-timer. Marino's not dodging anything. Mayock's in the booth.
That video's coming. Lots of singles and doubles when you watch him. Not a lot of home runs, but a tough runner.
And now here's Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
He's got a little Austin Eckler to him as well. Quicker than fast.
4.62. That's his time, pretty much. You're at the 2000. Wow. There's App State.
There we go. That App State speed. We'll stick with the first one. We're good with
Okay.
the first
Where's
one.
A.J. Dillon when you need him?
Oh, that's
Come on,
the
man.
dulcet tones of Mike Mayock. JaMychal Hasty of
I think
Baylor.
they're both faster than anybody we see from Tennessee, is what I've told for Charles. To make sure that he
Are they going to get anybody drafted this year or what?
got a lot of guys here.
You'd probably know better than we would. You're the guy that's literally drafting people specifically to stump the truck. Brian Herrion of Georgia. That was one of the most amazing moments of last year's draft. Here's Tony Jones Jr. Notre Dame's Tony Jones Jr. 4.69. Joshua Kelly as well. UCLA.
You ran well the first time.
4.56. Yeah, I mean, you miss a lot of 40s when the running backs are doing it.
It's a little bit faster.
Von Leek.
It's a narrow gate there.
And in case you missed the 40 that people were talking about quite a bit and still are,
the way they carry 360 to 380 pounds. But to me, Rich, and I always used to try to say this to you, was like, you love the 4.22. Who's going to beat the 4.22?
Right.
I believe him running 5.11 is more impressive than what the wideout from Alabama Ruggs.
This is an interesting draft, man. When you look at some of the depth we have at the receiver position, the corner position, this running back group is good, and I thought the tackle group, as we've been talking about, is as good as we've seen. Overall, it's a really solid draft.
Your first experience going through the draft evaluation as an actual, real, live general manager, draft evaluator, and what you were able to.
Carried it beautifully, so we love him.
You look at all the picks you had last year and the success you had, Mike. You come back again with a couple ones this year. What are you looking to overall big picture get accomplished in this second class?
And we will continue to take some chances at different times. But the foundation in our mind are the young guys, Rich. And the coolest thing about last year was the kids we drafted were who we hoped they would be.
When's the last time you spoke to Tom Brady, Mike?
Probably the year they went 18-0.
That's it? It's been since 2007. That's the last time you spoke to Tom?
Yeah, that probably would be it.
So am I the most recent Michigan man you've spoken to?
Derek Carr threw for 70%, 4,000 yards, almost a 3-to-1 touchdown interception. Here's the real deal, Rich. The real deal is I think we're number 7 in the league in third downs, 11 in yards.
You guys got the running back last year with Josh Jacobs, Mike, so you can be honest here. He's my top guy here in DeAndre Swift. What'd you see when you watched him?
Swift?
Yeah.
I watched him play in high school. He's a St. Joe prep kid out of Philadelphia, where I'm from, and I loved him in high school.
4.6.
I was hoping for 4.7. You know, and then I told Howie Roseman the other day they traded up ahead of us, and I thought it was for Jacobs, and I was having heart palpitations into the 2 championship series games. That's what
It could be Clemson, Ohio State too. I mean,
that Clemson Ohio State game was really fun to watch, and you know, watching those corners get after each other's wideouts. The D-line, I think, is intriguing. The defensive tackle position, I think people think there might be 2 guys up top, but there's 3 or 4 guys under the big 2 that I think are really intriguing.
just for old time's sake, can you do you have 2.5 hours to
Yeah,
spare?
I'd be happy to. Let me go down to a podium after 9 hours of television.
That was the favorite thing. It's the 8 hours of TV. Hey, Mike, we need you to go down to a podium.
Like, I'm fried. I can't even remember the quarterback's names,
Well,
and you want me to do a podium.
Let's
You having
give
fun with that, DJ?
everybody what they deserve.